Today I fucked up by explaining to my 9-year-old what prostitution is. So this happened yesterday. Wife is still a bit hairy-eyed as we recover from it. I decided to let my 9-year-old watch the original Dukes of Hazzard TV show last night. It was genuine, as he has a couple die-cast General Lees and he seemed real interested in watching it. Adult me thought, heck yeah, I'm totally winning as a dad right now. So, episode 1, only a few minutes in Boss Hogg and Roscoe are talking, and the word prostitution comes up. Thankfully it's subtitled, so there was absolutely no chance of my son missing it. In that instant I saw the look of curious Cross's face and I immediately, in my mind, was saying oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, as I was trying very quickly to come up with an explanation. Then it happened. My innocent 9-year-old little boy says, "Dad, what's prostitution?" To which I responded, "Oh, it's just a form of business that some people choose to do." Fast forward 30 minutes, to the dinner table. Son looks at mother and says, "Mom, I think when I get older I want to get into prostitution." My face flushed red and I could feel her eyes burning a hole through my soul. Now, if I am to correct this, I will need to explain a sex and be sex for money to my son. The only other option is to let him keep on thinking prostitution is a viable future plan. TL Drive. Son watched Dukes of Hazzard, learned the term prostitution. I explained it was a type of business. He now wants to get into prostitution when he is older. Wife might murder me. Locked due to a lot of spam comments now entering play. Enjoy the read. Follow your dreams, son. My 8-year-old misquoted "It's the Great Pump" in Charlie Brown where Sally yells, "You owe me restitution," as "You owe me prostitution." I burst out laughing. My 9-year-old daughter bursts out laughing. The 8-year-old demands to know what's so funny. I explain that the quote was incorrect. She asks what prostitution is. Her older sister runs outside to avoid hearing my explanation. As soon as I told the little one it involves sex, she plugs her ears and looks horrified. It's now a running joke and the older sister has sworn to yell it during her younger sister's wedding. I'd hardly call that explaining. I hope you and your wife had a good laugh together after that. Today I fucked up by asking a bartender if he had a hand job for me. So, a little context. I live in Spain. I am not from Spain. In Spanish, we have different words that mean the same depending the country. Think of it as the cookie/biscuit of Latin America and Spain. Today, I went to this big event they had in my city. I had to walk a lot to get there, so I was thirsty when I arrived. I decided to get to the nearest bar/pub so I could get something to drink. I enter the bar and ask for a cold tea, and the bartender gives me the can and I pay. Here's when things go wrong. I was going to walk more, so I thought it was more comfortable to drink from a straw. Now, here's the thing. In Spain, pajitilla means straw, and pajilla means handjob. I get close to him, and I ask him, "Wouldn't you have a handjob for me?" The guy looks at me, confused and angry at the same time. "Plus, do I have a what for you?" I ask again, firmly. "A handjob, you know. Dot. The guy looks even more confused. He says, in a very confused tone, "Plus no. Dot." Minding my business, I thank him and get out of the bar. It wasn't until 30 minutes ago I heard a friend of mine using the correct word for straw, and it dawned on me. I asked the bartender for a handjob without knowing. Fuck my life. Too long didn't read. Confused words for straw and handjob in Spanish, ended asking the bartender a handjob. You should have doubled down and mimed the shape of a straw from your mouth while puckering your cheeks, with both hands pretending to hold it midair. That would have conveyed the message properly. And somewhere in England, a Spaniard is asking for a rub, when he actually means rum, while the bartender looks angrily. Bartender looks angrily as he obliges and wanks off the Spaniard. Wonder how it would have gone down if he'd agreed enthusiastically. Gee, that was great guy, I'm definitely coming back to this bar. R/suddenly gay. How do people not get this? Sometimes I get confused on what people are saying, but I always try a little bit to understand if they mixed up a word. Do drunk Spanish guys not pull this as a flirty joke and then say, "Oh sorry, I meant pajita"? Spaniard here, that bartender is a dense motherfucker. Also paja, pajita and pajilla are all valid words for straw, also handjob. Stupid American here. I was in the Canary Islands, and a not-so-smart buddy wanted milk at the restaurant. Instead of saying to the waiter "Yo quiero leche," he said "Yo tengo leche," which literally means, "I have milk." This is also apparently local slang for "I'm horny," as in I am full of semen. Today I fucked up by spending $300 on laundry. This is super cluttered and IT stresses me out, so I made a new post for the update. For reference, I'm a 27 years old chick who is not at all rich. I grew up middle class with a very simple family. Right now, I'm traveling for work for a few weeks, so naturally I expected to do laundry at some point. I figured most Hiltons have guest laundry, so this shouldn't be a problem. As I'm checking in, I ask the front desk, "Do you have guest laundry or quarter laundry nearby?" He goes on to tell me they don't have quarter laundry, but their Hilton does have guest laundry. I'd just leave my shit with him and they'd have it done by that evening. Me, being the simpleton I am, thinks it's complimentary. To be fair, he should have mentioned IT cost a lot of money. I mean, based on my reaction alone, that should have been some indicator that I was not the type to drop hundos on fucking laundry. Christ, I just asked where the local laundromat was. Of course I don't have that sort of money. Plus, after he said that, I literally jerked my head back and was like, "Really? How does that work?" And proceeded to have a lengthy conversation on how nice it was they did that and how I never did anything like that before and felt so fancy. Not once did he mention cost. Even after I dropped off my huge bag of crumpled up laundry, he didn't say a word. Hindsight, of course it cost money. But to me, in that moment, it sounded like they just did complimentary laundry for their guests. I figured most people didn't use the service since they typically just stayed at the hotel a night or two. It was probably used mostly by few people like me who traveled for work. Maybe I'm dumb, but still. He should have mentioned the cost. So I go about my day. Get back to the hotel. Get my laundry and thank the girl. The guy I had talked to before was gone now and it was a new person. As I'm leaving she says, "I'll just add the cost to your room." I'm taken aback, but it happens so fast that I just smile and nod and go to my room. The entire walk up I'm replaying her words in my head. Cost? What cost? It wasn't until I got to my room that I started to panic. I raced right back downstairs and asked what she meant by that. She explained that it cost money to do the laundry service. They charged by clothing item and my total was $300 and some change. The real fucking kicker is that they didn't even wash nice clothes. Among the laundry was my nasty cut-off sleeves gym workout shirt and gym shorts, and my nasty hole-ridden workout socks. It was weird seeing those hung up like they were a goddamn ball gown. Now, I was raised to be polite, so I made sure to tell her I'm not at all mad at her since it's not her fault, but what the fuck. I'm proud to say I kept my composure the entire time, but I felt like crying. I still sort of do. She gave me the number to her manager, and I sent him an email yesterday afternoon. He works on Monday, so I'm definitely going to stop in and see if there is anything they can do to wipe that charge or discount it. I travel a lot for work, so I have a crap ton of Hilton Honors points. Enough for a 2-night stay in a nice hotel. I'm hoping I can just trade that in or something. My job definitely doesn't cover that cost, and I most certainly don't have that kind of dough. Not sure what I'm going to do. If anyone has any suggestions, I'd be grateful for help. Unless I'm completely fucked. TL, doctor, I thought guest laundry was complimentary. It is, in fact, not. Got a $300 bill when I could have just spent $5 in quarters doing my own damn laundry. Update. This isn't a super exciting update, but I thought I'd keep you all in the loop. I received an email early this morning from one of the managers at Hilton in reply to the frantic email I sent after the incident. She is happy to work with me on the balance, but I don't quite know what this means yet, as the email was pretty vague. Could be anything from a full refund, to knocking $10 off, or a voucher, or something like that. She also asked me what amount I could pay towards the $300 bill. In my head, I was like, how about $350 yo? But I realized that getting away with paying a reduced rate is more than fair, and she was super generous to even offer that. Realistically, if I can get this down to $50, I'd be happy. I mean, I'd be happy with anything at all, but 50 bones would allow me to rest easy at night. So I decided to reply. I thought about it, and instead of listing a number I'd contribute toward the total, I chose to give her a more detailed account of what had happened. You see, email number 1 was written when I was tweaking out on adrenaline after this all originally transpired. I didn't do a good job of explaining how I was misled, or how I didn't fill out any forms, and instead sounded like some frantic teenage girl who'd just gotten her first speeding ticket. So I pretty much shared the story that I did with you all, but spiffed it up with some grown-up words. At the end, I said something along the lines of, in regards to how much I can pay toward the $300 bill, I was prepared to spend $5 in quarters for my laundry that afternoon, haha. I'm willing to work with you on the price, but I am unable to spend anywhere near $300 for laundry. That's good, right? I have no idea, as I'm horrible at this sort of thing. I'm so bad at balancing politeness with sternness, I always lean toward to nice. So when I try to be stern, I either am not stern enough or am like Winston from New Girl and take it too far. I hate complaining and causing problems. But I hate being out $300 more, so I bit the bullet. Anyway, I sent that email maybe 5 hours ago. My original plan was to go to the hotel this afternoon and sort this out, but since I'd received that email, I thought I'd hold off to see if we could solve it that way. If I don't hear back by tomorrow afternoon, I will definitely go down there after work. I held off because I felt like marching down there hours after getting an email was a bit aggressive. I'm in Houston for the week, staying at a different hotel, so it's no trouble for me to make the trip. Anyway, that's what's up. I'm hoping she just emails me this afternoon, and I can be done with all this drama. Shout out to all the Redditors who offered to help me pay the bill. That's insanely nice of you, and it fills me with joy to know there are such kind strangers in this world. However, I could never accept payment from strangers for my own fuck up. Thanks for all the support and advice. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the cautionary tale. Damn. You probably could have went and bought all new clothes for the amount they charge. Exclamation mark. And my wardrobe is cheap as hell. For real? I shop at Goodwill and second-hand clothes stores. No doubt I could have gotten a way better wardrobe upgrade with what they charged. I have to say, every hotel I've ever stayed at had an itemized list with prices next to it. I think if you mention this and demonstrate that you think it's unprofessional you were not told up front about charges, considering you are a loyal customer with a lot of points, you could sort this out fairly quickly. I really hope so. I'm starting to see that I should have filled something out beforehand. But I didn't. I'll definitely mention this. I'd like to hear the outcome, please post an update. Plot twist, Op gets promoted to accounting. Edit, seeing as Op managed to get a discount, I'm gonna go ahead and call it, CFO 2019. I used to work at a Hilton. Insane that they wouldn't disclose the price beforehand. I would have been scalped had I done that to a guest. If there was no sheet to sign with the costs outlined, someone should be getting reprimanded. You can't just charge something to a guest at will without them signing it into their bill. Sounds like someone got lazy and Op should have that charge removed. This isn't hard to dispute.